Anyway, drawings of the French coast for the use of military, and the strengthening of Dover's defences were recorded in detail, as well as troop movements from the town. He managed to see sea battles from the cliff tops with the aid of his spyglass, and there was an incident when captured French sailors were kept in the town jail, that 3 of them escaped in a boat, but they were pursued and recaptured way out in the channel despite the thick fog, all recorded by Thomas. And then we had the great celebrations in the country of the battles of Trafalgar and later of Waterloo, and again Thomas recorded all the celebrations in Dover. He was certain that God was on England's side and was punishing France for its wicked ways.
You're here.
No heckling to the back. During these momentous times, Thomas carried on his business, which sometimes took him to Canterbury, and he recorded walking all the way back from Canterbury, leaving at 8 AM and reaching home at 6 PM. He did stop at the halfway house on the way back and did take tea at Lidl. And when Thomas had to travel to London, he either went by coach via Canterbury and Rochester, or by boat from Whitstable. Crime and punishment didn't escape his notice. A debtor confined in the castle prison caused him some concern, and he personally delivered a pound note from a well-wisher. The pillory was still in use in Dover, in the market square, and Thomas records the crowd pelting some unfortunate. He witnessed a riot when a great crowd demanded the release of 4 smugglers, and magistrates read the riot act and mounted troops quickly cleared the market square. As well as all these sort of momentous incidents, nationally and locally, that the diary has a number of unusual incidents scattered here and there, including the landing of a stranded whale, with the public could view it for 6 months, and later it's cut up and boiled, producing 1,000 gallons of oil. On another occasion, read this if you like, a pig was buried in a cave by a cliff fall, but was apparently dug out 6 months later, still alive, albeit a little thin. Thomas recorded local sporting events, attending horse races at Priory Fields, Barron Downs and Buckham Valley, as well as watching cricket matches at Northall Meadow. When he died in 1819, he left a good deal of money, but his lasting legacy is his diary. A substantial sum was left to St Mary's for the graves of his wife and himself to be maintained, as well as providing relief to 6 poor widows of husbands lost at sea. But in 1978, as part of a tidying up by Dover District Council, responsible for maintaining closed churchyards, a large tree growing in the grave was removed together with the damaged gravestone. Now there's no trace in the churchyard of this remarkable Dovorium, but today we're putting that right. And I must thank Sheila and Jeremy Cope for their work on this project, and St Mary's Church for their cooperation. And we've asked Kathleen Hollingsbee here to do the job, as it were, so you can reach up there to unveil our plaque. And it's most appropriate that we should ask Kathleen to do it. Not only is she a knowledgeable local historian, like husband Bob, but she was a member of the Kent family history team that transcribed all the remaining legible headstones of this churchyard back in 1991. So without more ado, I'll ask Kathleen to do the honours.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me today. Thomas Pattenden cared about people and their welfare. His family, friends, colleagues, the poor and those who had suffered injustice. His diaries speak about daily life in Dover, not only its commerce, finances, the military, the navy, but about new buildings, taking tea with friends, and what biblical texts were used for the Sunday services at St Mary's. An apparently quiet and modest man, he enthused over fruit and flowers in his garden at number 1 Townwall Street, exchanging plants and cuttings with his friends, and he grew some of the choicest plants known at that time. A large burial plot in the northeast corner of the churchyard was used for the burial of Thomas's parents. A schoolmaster of Dover, Thomas, buried in 1748, and Sarah, buried 1779. In 1806 the plot was used for Thomas's wife Anne and for Thomas himself in 1819. It must be about 100 years now since the name Pattenden disappeared from the churchyard. Now, thanks to the efforts of the Dover Society, this plaque will remind residents and visitors of the life of this remarkable man.
Well done. Thank you very much.